Good morning, all.
He rarely talks, but when the commander of the Air Force, one of the most senior and influential officers on the general staff, takes part in a Zoom conversation with members of Israel's Pilots Association, there are going to be headlines.
During this coronavirus period, the Air Force was operational on a wider scale than it was in the period before the virus. If I look back at the past 5 months, in the 2 months of the coronavirus, the scale of our activities on all fronts is wider than the 2 months before the virus, not allowing Iranian activities on the northern front, not permitting strategic activities in Lebanon.
To illustrate this through numbers, in the last months, foreign reports say that around 1,000 anti-aircraft missiles were fired at aircraft attacking in Syria, and pilots found themselves destroying dozens of Syrian anti-aircraft batteries. And if, in this time of coronavirus, terrorism against Israel has diminished, the situation is changing.
What I want to tell you is that despite coronavirus, the activities of our enemies who operate against us, in some instances, they were reduced, but in the past few weeks, the scope of these activities has returned.
The Air Force continues to operate despite coronavirus, with the possibility of a second wave breaking out, requiring exceptional readiness, separating units and people.
It's not that now I'm worried that I'm going to have hundreds of fatalities. Rather, I'm worried that isolation is going to be widespread, because if there's a virus inside the Air Force command bunker, in the control unit, or in a squadron, then entire units will enter isolation and exit the order of battle. And for me, this is very worrying, because in the long run, it can leave the Air Force less prepared and less professional.
The Air Force is now concentrating on getting its air crews back to readiness. On the one hand, it's closing fighter squadrons. On the other, pushing to get permission for equipment from the U.S. The Air Force lags seriously in the need for new aircraft needed to maintain its professionalism and qualitative edge. The ultimate mission doesn't stop for a moment.